Good day, everyone. Today, we will delve into the captivating realm of image manipulation, where creativity knows no bounds. Join me as we uncover the art and science behind transforming ordinary images into extraordinary works of art. For today's lesson, we will cover the topic imaging and design for the online environment. Image manipulation plays a significant role in our digital world, influencing how we perceive and interact with visual information. From enhancing personal photos to creating compelling advertisements, image manipulation is a versatile tool used in various real life situations. Consider social media platforms, where users often edit their photos before posting to present themselves in the best light. Filters, cropping, and adjustments to brightness and contrast are commonly used to enhance images. In journalism and media, image manipulation can be controversial, as altering images can change the perception of events and distort reality. Understanding the basics of image manipulation is essential for both consumers and creators of visual content, helping to discern between authentic and manipulated images in our digital landscape. For this lesson, we will target this most essential learning competency. Create an original or derivative ICT content to effectively communicate a visual message in an online environment related to specific professional tracks. This time, let's define first image manipulation. Image manipulation refers to the process of altering or enhancing an image using various techniques to achieve a desired result. This can include adjusting the colors, brightness, and contrast of an image, as well as cropping, resizing, or adding elements to it. Now, let's elaborate on these principles and basic techniques of image manipulation. Whether you are using a free image manipulation program or purchased one, there are basic techniques common to all image editing programs. These basic techniques of image manipulation are: first, cropping; second, color balance; third, adjusting brightness and contrast; fourth, compression and resizing; fifth, color blending; and lastly, combining multiple images. Let's proceed to the first one, cropping. Cropping is a process of removing unwanted parts of an image, focusing only on the subject. When cropping, one must always follow the rule of thirds to organize the image composition. What is this rule of thirds? The rule of thirds is a principle used in photography and design that divides an image into 9 equal parts using two equally spaced horizontal lines and two equally spaced vertical lines. The 4 points where these lines intersect are considered key points of interest. When cropping an image using the rule of thirds, you align the main elements or focal points of the image along these lines or at the points of intersection. This can create a more visually appealing composition by adding balance and interest to the image. Cropping a photograph can draw focus to a specific part of a photograph. Here's an example of how cropping can be used to change the focus in these photographs. Let's proceed to the next one, color balance. Color balance refers to the adjustment of colors in an image to ensure that they appear natural and realistic. This adjustment is done by changing the relative levels of red, green, and blue or RGB colors in an image. An image with poor color balance may appear too warm or having an excess of red and yellow tones, or too cool, or having an excess of blue tones. By adjusting the color balance, you can correct these issues and achieve a more accurate representation of the colors in the original scene. Our next technique is brightness and contrast. So let's talk first about brightness. Brightness, editing the brightness of a photograph can change how light or dark a photograph is. Look at how these photographs vary when you adjust the brightness settings to low and high. Editing the contrast in a photograph will emphasize the differences in tones and colors. Look at how these photographs vary with low and high contrast settings. Higher contrast makes the image more defined. For the fourth technique, compression and resizing, compression and resizing an image is an important aspect in image manipulation. Images to be uploaded on the web must be of the standard resolution of 72 dpi or dots per inch to maintain its image file size of 30 to 50 kilobytes. If the image is for printing, set the maximum resolution to 300 dpi and set its physical printing size in inches. Compression and resizing can have various effects on an image depending on the settings and techniques used. Here are some common outcomes of compression. First is lossless compression, and this is the type of compression that reduces file size without losing any image data. The image quality remains the same as the original, but the file size is typically larger than with lossy compression. Lossy compression is the type of compression that reduces file size by discarding some of the image data. As a result, there is a loss of quality, especially in areas with fine details or subtle color gradients. This loss of quality may be noticeable, especially at higher compression levels. For the fifth technique, color blending. Color blending refers to the process of mixing colors in an image to create new colors or effects. This can be done using various blending modes in software like Adobe Photoshop, where pixels from different layers are combined based on their color values to produce a final result. Color blending is often used to create subtle transitions between colors or to apply artistic effects to an image. And for our last technique, combining multiple images. Combining multiple images refers to the process of merging two or more images to create a single composite image. This can be done for various purposes, such as creating panoramas, HDR or high dynamic range images, or artistic compositions. Combining multiple images can be done using various techniques depending on the desired outcome. Here are some common methods: layering, panorama stitching, HDR or high dynamic range, focus stacking, and photo collage. I'll be showing you videos, tutorials for each common methods.
This video series is a first look at creating a design in Photoshop, using layers, combining images, and adding text and graphics. By the end of this series, you'll know how to create a basic composite for use in your own print and online projects. In this video, we'll focus on working with layers. When Photoshop first launches, you'll see the Start screen. This is where you can open existing images or create a new document. We'll start this design with an existing image. Click the Open button on the Start screen, or you can choose File Open. Then navigate to an image on your computer. I'll choose landscape.jpg and click to open it. I'd like to add another element to my design, a sun, so that we can create a composition. We'll put the sun artwork on its own layer so we can move and edit it separately from the photo. The Layers panel in Photoshop will be an integral part of your workflow. It's the place we go to manage the layers in a composition. In the Layers panel, there's now just one layer called Background. To make a new layer for the sun, click the Create a New Layer button at the bottom of the panel. A new layer is added above the background layer. It's best practice to name your layers so you can keep track of them. Double-click the new layer name and name it Sun. Press Enter or Return to accept it. Now that we have a new layer and it's selected, you can tell because it's highlighted, we'll create a sun in this layer by filling a selected area with color. Come over to the Tools panel on the left, click and hold down on the rectangular marquee tool. To make a circular selection for the sun, select the elliptical marquee tool. Out in the design, press the Shift key and click and drag to create a circle. Once you get the circle to be roughly about this big, release the mouse button and then the Shift key. The Shift key constrains the proportions so the selection stays a circle. Now we'll fill this area of the sun layer. Choose Edit, Fill. Choose Color from the Contents menu, and we'll pick a color using the color picker that opens. Drag this slider up a bit so we get into the orangish area. That looks pretty good. Come right about here and click to sample a color. Click OK, and then click OK again. You're done using the selection, so choose Select, Deselect. Select the Move tool in the Tools panel and drag in the image to reposition the sun. You may see Magenta Smart Guides that you can use to center the sun. Because it's on a separate layer, you can move and edit it separately from the rest of the image content, and you can apply special layer properties. For example, with the sun layer selected in the Layers panel, choose Multiply from the Blend Mode menu to blend the color of the sun into the colors on the layer beneath it. Change the opacity to 80% so that the sun layer is more transparent. Let's add another image to our design. Choose File, Open, and navigate to a photo that has an interesting sky. Click Open. So we can see both images next to each other, choose Window, Arrange, Tile All vertically. We're going to drag the sky image into the other image. With the Move tool still selected, press and hold down the Shift key as you drag the sky image onto the landscape image. Release your mouse button, and then the Shift key, which aligns the images together. You no longer need the sky photograph open, so close it by clicking the X on the tab. Look in the Layers panel and you can see that the sky layer named Layer 1 is on a new layer above the last layer selected, the sun layer. Double-click the new layer name and name it Sky, then press Enter or Return. Right now, the sky is hiding the sun and the background image. In the Layers panel, drag the selected sky layer below the sun layer. When you see a line appear, release the mouse button. The sun now appears above the sky image. I also want the sky image to be behind the background image. The background layer is a special locked layer that we need to first unlock. To do this, double-click the layer named Background and rename it Landscape. Click OK. Drag the sky layer under the landscape layer, and when you see a line appear, release the mouse button. The landscape image is now on top of the sky image in our design, following the layer stacking order. Let's save the design to this point by choosing File, Save As. Enter Design as the file name. Choose Photoshop as the format or type, leave layers checked, and click Save. Click OK in the next dialog. We'll explore saving in more detail in the last video in this series. In the meantime, it's a good idea to save your work often as we continue to work on this design.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And today's Tea Time Tips. I'll teach you how to create a panorama from separate images by stitching them in Photoshop. Alright, so once you have Photoshop open, just click on File, automate, and photo merge. Now all you need to do is make sure that you upload the right files in Photoshop. So I'll do it. I'll click on browse. Alright, so now that I've found them, I have uploaded them in Photoshop. I took a lot of photos to create this kind of panoramic image that you see on the screen. And once it's loaded in Photoshop, I just click on auto and then click OK. So what Photoshop will do is it will stack all these images to create one big image, and the AI will do the masking itself. So it's up to you to repair it if you feel that something's off. Alright, so now that the process is done, you'll see that there's this huge image that is formed by Photoshop. And if you click on the individual images, you see that they're just masked images. So if you remove the visibility, you'll see that there's a patch missing. So basically Photoshop did the masking itself to create this one big image. Now, this is not a finished image, so it's completely up to you how you can crop it. So for me, let's say for example, this is the image that I want. Then I'll crop it like that. And this is the panoramic image that we'll be working on to create the image that I just showed you earlier. And so that's how I created the panoramic image, by using multiple shots and merging them in Photoshop.
Today I'm going to show you how to get this super cool HDR effect non-destructively in just 1 minute. With the background layer selected, press Ctrl or Command J. Now go to Filter and then Convert for Smart Filters. Hit OK. Double click on the thumbnail of layer 1. This opens up another document. Now go to Image, Adjustments, and then HDR Toning. Now you can play with it as much as you want. I'm just going to hit OK. Hit Yes first. And then I'm going to select a preset. Click on the preset drop-down menu, and for this example, I'm going to choose Photorealistic High Contrast and just hit OK. Press Ctrl or Command S to save it. Once it saves, if you go back to the original document, have a look. This has been updated. Hold the Alt or Option, click on the mask button to create a black mask. Now take the brush with the flow somewhere around 20-30. I'm going to select 30. Paint on the areas where you want the effect. So I'm going to paint right here with white. And that's how to apply this effect non-destructively. As you can see, it's on its own layer. You can increase or decrease the opacity. Otherwise, HDR toning flattens everything. With a little bit of work, here's the before and here is the after.
Why do we focus stack? Can you see this subtle difference from this to this? It's a very important technique for product photography, but actually a pretty straightforward process.
I'm going to walk you through the execution of a focus stack. So I'm going to take those 12 images. I'm going to open Photoshop. So all 12 images are open. Going to File, Scripts, Load Files into Stack. And then this dialog box appears and we say Add Open Files. Attempt to automatically align source images. So by using automatic alignment, it will account for that change in size on the different focus positions that cause that change in size. It will realign the sizes to get them all matching up. I go over to Edit and down to Auto Blend Layers. Now obviously remember, you have to have all of the layers selected. It has completed the focus stack. First impression, looking at the image, it looks like it's done it pretty well. All 12 layers now have new masks applied to the layers. You can see which area is being masked. The ring is sharp at the top all the way through. If you've not seen this rings photography module, you can find that in the products section.
Click the link below to see the full photography and focus stack tutorial.
And that's how we combine multiple images through layering, panorama stitching, HDR or high dynamic range, focus stacking, and photo collage. Now, there are a lot of image editing sites on the internet that also offer basic and advanced techniques that we can do with other professional software. Based on TechRadar, the following are the list of websites that you can try as beginners in the field or for professionals who would like to try other online graphic software. First one is BeFunky. With BeFunky's photo editor, you can play with hundreds of amazing photo effects that you can find anywhere else, like our world-famous cartoonizer, oil painting, and pop art effects.
BeFunky is photo editing and graphic design made for everyone. With a powerful yet easy-to-use photo editor, collage maker, and graphic designer all rolled into one seamless online platform. Enhance the brilliance of your photos with artificial intelligence, or take control over every edit. Turn backgrounds transparent for product photography. Touch up portraits with ease. Turn photos to beautiful works of art in a single click. Or create a look as unique as you are. You'll have all the photo editing tools and effects you could ever need. Once you find a look that's truly you, you can apply it to hundreds of images all at once with batch processing. With the Collage Maker, you can quickly turn your photos into beautiful collages. Choose from hundreds of customizable layouts, or let our Collage Wizard generate the perfect collage layout for you. Just select all the photos you want to use, and Collage Wizard will generate all the layout options possible to create high-resolution photo collages, all without cropping or resizing your photos. Access all of our photo editing tools right from your collage. Need a hand with graphic design? BeFunky's Designer has you covered. With the Designer, you can choose from an extensive collection of professionally designed templates and customize them in just a few clicks. They're perfect for creating all the social media assets you need, well-designed blog imagery, event invitations, and more. Need to make that poster fit perfectly on Instagram? Use Smart Resize to transform your project to fit practically any use. It's easy to find new graphics to personalize your design. Make it a truly custom look by adding an image to fill in your graphic. You can select from over 1 million totally free stock photos to use in your projects, or use one of your own. Swap out the text for something different, and choose a new font from the BeFunky library. Or access the Font Manager and import from Google Fonts, or upload your own. Our text editor has everything you need to stylize your fonts, and you can get creative with easy-to-use features like drop shadow and curved text. All that's left is to save your project and share it with the world. Find everything you need to create what you're imagining with BeFunky.
Let's have the next one, and that is Photor. This is a multi-platform photo editing website. It offers a wide range of effects and tools for editing images. Another multi-platform image editing program is Pixlr. You can choose between the editor for editing images or creating an original image right through the browser.
In this Pixlr Snippets introduction tutorial, we're going to take a basic overview look of everything that Pixlr X has to offer. Pixlr X is a complete web-based editing suite which can be accessed directly from your browser. Pixlr X allows for global changes using powerful AI-based masking tools. On the left plane, you will find a complete list of tools, while on the right, we have access to a fully functioning layers panel. Pixlr E also comes with a built-in AI image generator, which allows you to create your own unique images by using simple text input. You also have access to customizable templates for all social media platforms. Within Pixlr E, you can make quick mock-ups, remove backgrounds, or batch edit up to 100 photos at a time. And best of all of Pixlr's tools are available in 29 different languages.
For other image editing suite that can be downloaded for free, we have the Serif Photo Plus Starter Edition, GIMP, and Paint.net. Now, images also can be shared online through different web hosting sites that are free. You just need to create a free account and you will be able to post, organize, and share your photos. The following is a list of different hosting sites you can try: Imgur, Flickr, Photobucket, SlickPeek, and Zenfolio. Now, Imgur, it is a free image hosting site wherein you can upload images from your computer. You can also edit your images before posting it online. Flickr is an image social networking site. You can save and manage your photos, for it offers 1 terabyte storage capacity in your account. Photobucket has almost similar features with Flickr, as you can upload and share your images over the internet through your account. SlickPeek is an online image hosting service that allows you to upload and store an unlimited number of photos online. You can create as many albums, and it also offers professional editing of images. Lastly, we have Zenfolio. It is an online image hosting site that does not only allow you to upload image, but also lets you create an online image website for your images. And that's it for our image hosting sites. In conclusion, image manipulation is a powerful tool that allows us to enhance and transform images to better convey our message or evoke a certain emotion. Whether used for artistic expression, professional editing, or personal enjoyment, understanding the basics of image manipulation can greatly enhance our ability to create visually compelling images. By learning about different techniques and software tools, we can unlock endless possibilities for creativity and expression in the digital world. Thank you for joining me in exploring the fascinating world of image manipulation. I hope you've gained valuable insights and skills that will inspire you to create stunning visual compositions. Thank you and happy editing!